Godswill Akpabio, the worst Senate president Nigeria has produced since 1999, has come out to address Nigerians about this Japa syndrome. According to the worst Senate president, a senseless Senate president, somebody that should be in jail. If Nigeria was a country, Akpabio belonged to prison. He should be wearing inmate clothes, like cutting grasses in the prison yard. He has advice for you. Why you the Japa? Why the Japa? Don't you love Nigeria enough? Is Nigeria not giving you what you want? Why are you leaving the lovely country called Nigeria? Don't Japa. Don't Japa. He said you should imitate him. Emulate him. Let me read from him. Japa. I love Nigeria more than money. Nigerians should imitate me, says Akpabio. Akpabio say you should imitate him. Act like him. Because of the love he has for Nigeria, he can do away with money. He loves Nigeria more than money. Ask him to resign as Senate president. Ask him to resign because he is the worst Senate president Nigeria has produced. Ask him to tender his resignation letter. Ask him to stop collecting the fat allowances and salaries as a senator. But he loves Nigeria. And he's advising you not to run. He's advising you not to leave. Why will you go to Europe? Why will you go to Asia when there is a beautiful country like Nigeria? After you finish destroying Nigeria, you advise them to stay. Let me go further, please. Okay. I believe people should place love for their country above financial gains, Akpabio. And that is why many of us choose to remain here. He wants you people to place Nigeria. You know the reason why you people travel outside the country, go to Europe, Asia. It's because you're searching for greener pasture. And because Nigeria is not giving you that level playing ground where you explore your talent, show your talent. Nigeria will rather drain your talent, take your talent, and render you hopeless like him. Because he's a hopeless Senate president. Akpabio is a hopeless and senseless Senate president. That is why, on a normal day, he doesn't know, he doesn't know how to do public speech. When Akpabio is silent, he sounds more reasonable. Like, his silence is more sensible than him opening his mouth. It's a shame and a disgrace to say the least that his kind can be the top number 3 citizen of a country like Nigeria. I know Nigeria is no longer a country. Nigeria is not a country. So I don't really blame him. If his type, his likes can be a Senate president. So he said because of the love he has invested in Nigeria, it will be very difficult for him to leave Nigeria and exist in another part of the world. And that is why he's telling you that is planning to Japa, or you that have Japa'd already, why you shouldn't Japa. And even if peradventure you have Japa'd, is there a way you can come back to Nigeria and let you people together build Nigeria together? Let me continue, please. Japa syndrome. Even as we are speaking now, we are seeing some people who are under different guises traveling outside. So the brain drain is a big problem, not just in the educational sector, particularly in the health sector. It is affecting us a lot. When doctors and teachers are not respected, regarded in Nigeria, what do you think they should do? They Japa, because that is where you are being regarded. When your profession as a doctor and a teacher, they exchange it for what? For love. They show you love in another man's country because you are a doctor. They don't joke with you. They don't joke with you as a teacher because they know without you, many people will be lacking. As a doctor, if a patient enters the hospital and they did not see a doctor, what thing will happen to the patient? When there is no teacher to teach, what will happen? Teachers are not paid in Nigeria. They owe them as bad as 20 months salary. Doctors, nobody even value them, let alone professors. I don't pity those professors because they are the ones that rig elections. So they deserve what they get. I only show concern, I only feel for our doctors. Please, I don't want to digress. I'm still talking about this, a senseless Senate president. You people have had series of Senate presidents. Ahmed Lawal under Buhari was another hopeless Senate president. But this one, oh, this one is irritating. Akpabio is irritating. He shouldn't speak. Let him close his mouth. Because anytime he opens it, hey, na garbage na in the comment. Even I put an end, I look at suck away Pete. Just look at him now. One statement he make, not even single thing, no single reasonable thing comes out of any of his statements. A Senate president who is supposed to sit down and discuss why Nigeria is heading the way it's heading. Like, speedily, with speed, Nigeria is heading to the dustbin of history. Now, where Nigeria they go now? He is supposed to be concerned about as a Senate president. But all he do is to wire prayer into email boxes of his co-colleagues, his senators and House of Reps. They wire prayer now money. He said he love Nigeria more than money. Akpabio resign as a Senate president. Let us see the weight of your love. Let us scale it. Na scale. Matter how weight you do. Resign and stop eating Nigeria money. You belong to prison. If Nigeria was a country, Chinua Achebe wrote, there was a country. If Nigeria was actually a country, now for prison you go there, Akpabio. You not get a job. You don't even have any duty to serve anybody. You should be serving in the prison yard, not outside the prison. Okay. He went further. I love Nigeria more than money. Nigerians should please imitate me. I want you to imitate him. Act like him. Do like him. He is in Nigeria. And he loved Nigeria more than money. What is money? Money is nothing. Why would I place money over the love I have for Nigeria? Money and nothing. So I love Nigeria more. Akpabio is telling you, he loves Nigeria more. He values Nigeria more. And he cannot exchange the love he has for Nigeria with money. There was a time they almost, like, they were probing him. There is this money he swallowed. At that time, he was forming that he is not strong. This one, the case he had with EFCC that time, I don't think they are bringing it up again. This Akpabio. So he is telling you why you should not leave Nigeria. Stay in Nigeria. Even if Nigeria is draining you, stay there and dry up. Can he survive without the money of Nigeria he's eating? Does he have any industry or any factory producing anything? Is he an entrepreneur? He is not an entrepreneur. He is a politician. Who is a politician? A politician in Nigeria is one who loots public fund, public money for his personal aggrandizement, for his personal needs. If you check well, none of him picking the Nigeria. If you check well, none of him picking the school for Nigeria. That is why I said, these guys, I wish you know how degraded they have rated you. They degrade you. They don't even place, they place animals above you that live in Nigeria. These guys place, you know, animals, dogs. When you go to their houses, you see how they pet their animals, how they treat their animals, how they take their animals to best hospitals. They place animals over you, more than you. They even give allocation to their animals. This is the same guy who made fun of poor people living in Nigeria, suffering for their what? For their inability of proffering solution to the unfortunate state of Nigeria. He is the same person who was making caricature of poor people. Let the poor breathe. Have you forgotten? And he laughed with his other senators. Is this same Akpabio?
Prayer is that let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe. Those who are in support of the additional prayer that the poor should be allowed to breathe, say aye. Aye. And those who are against, say nay. The ayes have it, the poor must be allowed to breathe.
God's will, Akpabio, you do not have any moral grounds to advise anybody in Nigeria. You should first advise yourself because your character is irritating. As a Senate president, you You are useless to Nigerians, and that is why you should tender your resignation letter. As a Senate President, you are only warming the seat of the Senate President, occupying the seat, warming it, and doing what? And spending taxpayers' money. You are a patriotic Nigeria, but you just made caricature of poor people. Let the poor breathe, and we saw your loud mouth, the way you were laughing at the problems you people created. You are patriotic. You want to stay in Nigeria. You want people to imitate you. Act like you. How? How can a reasonable person act like you? What do you have that anybody should act like? You do not have a character. Like I said, you belong to the jail. You should be in jail. If not that Nigeria is not a country, now for jail and you for day. Therefore, don't give you capone for jail. So why will people imitate you? Say what happened? Patriotic Nigeria, but you guys are leaving Nigeria, going to get medical assistance outside Nigeria. Have you seen Biden enter Nigeria before to get treatment? If you so much believe and love Nigeria, why are you going there for tourism? Why are you going there as a citizen of a country who so much believe in his country? Why are you leaving your mother's land? Why are you leaving your father's land to go coexist with another person that you don't even share the same race with? Where is your president? Is he not where he is taking care of himself health-wise? If you people are patriotic enough, Tinubu wanted to rest. Why can't he rest in Nigeria? You love Nigeria. I have seen all the evidences. I can see it. It is this same Senate President that said, we will be eating while all of you are outside protesting. He also was making joke out of the protest Nigerians wanted to protest that time. He said, you people should go out and protest. I go sit down, they chop. Senate President that is supposed to be bothered about why is everything going like this? Is there a way we can do something like, let us patch this in a little so that people can have a stand? Like right now, people, they fall for ground every day. And you say, let them go out and protest. You go sit down for a house, they chop. You go to, I will be eating while people are protesting. It is now this character. It is now the same character that is telling you not to Japa. Oga Japa, sister, Japa, except you don't have money. Except you don't have funds. These guys don't mean well for Nigeria. Their aim is to destroy Nigeria. To see to the total collapse of that contraption. They will make it happen. They don't have vision. I have already stated that they are not leaders. Because they are not leaders, they will see to the total collapsing of Nigeria. They will watch it happen. And they will be unbothered because their children know they're Nigeria. Their children are not schooling in Nigeria. Their children know they get healthcare center, like they don't go to healthcare centers, like get medical attention in Nigeria. Now white man and they treat their children. Even if a black man will treat their child or their wife or whatever, it is still is a Nigerian man who have stayed or based in abroad for a very long time. They don't believe in you guys. You have talent. Nigerians are talented people, but they don't believe in your talent. They don't believe in your passion. They go even buy the passion, buy the talent, buy everything where you get. They are created. They were created for destruction. Look at Akpabio. A disgrace of a Senate President. A shame of a Senate President. Who will address you as a Senate President? You know rich now. Should be if you are not in prison, you should be in motor park. Loading vehicle. Just because Nigeria is what it is. Best brains are languishing in motor parks. Driving keke napep, driving shuttle, carrying barrow in the market. While a Tao, Sanagbero, that should be in the park, is sitting as the number 3 citizen of a country. How pathetic. Look at you. You are advising them not to Japa. Japa if you can, except you don't have money. Thank you for watching.